Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a primer wear test. I have slightly hooded eyes. This eye creases more than the other one, and on me, Beauty Bay shadows in their matte and shimmer formula both crease on me like nobody's business and almost immediately. So what I did was I primed one eye with my favorite primer and the other eye with my less favorite primer, and I just want to see how they're going to wear over time. This video is going to be a very quick tutorial where I'll just speed up the process so you can see how I did it, but then I'll be doing check-ins throughout the day, and if you're interested in seeing that, then don't go anywhere. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name's Rachel. I'm a homeschooling stay-at-home mom. I love to play with colorful eyeshadow. My channel has all kinds of videos like tutorials, palette bingos, rankings, collection tours, anything like that. I upload about 3 videos a week, so if you're interested in seeing more, I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing. Alright guys, so here's the plan for today. I'm going to tell you ahead of time what I'll be doing in case you happen to want to follow along. Then I'm going to speed up the video and put on some music for you so we can just whip through the eye look and get to the final result and then start doing check-ins. So here's my plan for the look itself. I've got these 2 palettes from Beauty Bay because Beauty Bay is my litmus test for creasing. Within the Wilderness palette, for a while I've wanted to use these 2 shades together. So this is Snow and this is Sky, and then I want to take the Ocean Shimmer. And then in the Love Notes palette, I want to throw some lavender on top of it. So I'm going to grab this shade here, which is called Princess. That's the plan. Let's get the eyes primed. For my primer, I'm using these 2. This is the first primer I ever bought. It's the NYX primer in the shade White. It's okay. It tends to add texture to my lid, which I don't really like. And it's not very good for creasing, which is the point of today's video. This is the Glamlite Icing Primer. They have multiple shades. This is the shade White Frosting. Either way, I like to have a white base for my eyeshadow because it makes the colors more vibrant and pop more on the skin. This one I have found to be great for creasing. Now, as far as my eyes go, this one is a little bit deeper set, I think, and it has more folds. So if I get creasing, it happens on this eye. So I'm going to give NYX a little bit of extra chance and put NYX on this side, which creases less overall. And I'm going to put Glamlite on this side. Let's get started. So here's the NYX primer. I'm going to put this on my left eye. And then here's the Glamlite primer. I'm going to put this on my right eye. Primers are both pretty sticky. I have found that the NYX primer over here is a thicker formula. I did put a little bit too much today, but it's just a thicker, more, a little bit more of an opaque coverage, I think. But I feel like it adds texture to my lid, and it doesn't really work great for creasing. So I really prefer the Glamlite. I might deepen this look up in the outer corner with the shade Twilight. Haven't decided yet, but let's dive in. Alright, so here's how it turns out. I did a little bit of a liner on my top lashes, but I didn't wing it out. And then on my lips, I'm wearing the Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Oil in the shade Showering Sunset. My baby is waking up, so I'm going to get this closed out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do little check-ins at 1 hour, 5 hours, 12 hours, and then when I go to bed. The reason I'm doing the earlier ones is because generally on me, Beauty Bay shadows crease within like 30 minutes. Maybe less, particularly over here. So this is the eye that has the Glamlite primer. This is the eye that has the NYX primer. I've given NYX a bit of a head start because it's on the less creased eye. So yeah, that's what you guys are gonna see next, and I'll see you later. Okay guys, here's my 1 hour check-in. So far, it's looking pretty good. This is the Glamlite side. And then over here on the NYX side, things are looking nice there as well. So far, so good. And I will check in with you again in a couple hours. Okay, here's my 5-hour check-in. So far, the eye look is still looking pretty good. I went back into my Instagram account and I found some older pictures of what my eyes used to look like with Beauty Bay shadows before I used the Glamlite primer, because again, this one's the worst eye. So I'm going to put that up in the end of this video so you can see what they used to look like with the NYX primer and what that bad eye now looks like with the Glamlite primer. But so far, I've not noticed any creasing at all over here or over here, actually. So even NYX is performing pretty well today. Anyway, I'll check in again at 12 hours. Hey guys, checking in at 12 hours. So I think that I'm beginning to see a little bit of patchiness or creasing on this side. Just not even exactly a crease where you get a line, but more like the shadows are beginning to look a little bit thinner over there. I'm going to try to let you guys see without just showing you up my nose because no one needs to see that. I'm not sure if you can tell, like right over here, I think it's getting a little bit thin. And on this eye, so far, everything's still looking fine. So again, this is the NYX eye and this is the Glamlite eye. And I'm going to check in one more time before I go to bed. And I'm going to try to get better lighting. It'll probably be quite late tonight, but see what I can do. All right, checking in here at the bedtime mark. It has been 14 hours since I did my eyeshadow, and I just want to show you how it looks now. Remember, this is the NYX eye primer, and this is the Glamlite icing primer. And I'm going to try to show you, when I looked really close in a mirror, I saw that both of them are starting to thin out a little bit, especially right here at the crease, and on this side it would be right here. This eye, as I know I've said, is deeper set and generally creases almost immediately. I'm going to pop up some pictures for you guys at the end of this video so you can see some older photos of me using the NYX eye primer on this eye, and you can see that it's pretty creasy and not very great looking. But as it stands right now, it's just starting to thin out and crease really on both eyes. Because this one's not as deep set, it takes longer for it to start looking bad. I do notice that this eye with the NYX primer seems to be less vibrant after the day than this eye. Like, it looks like this one's a little bit more shiny, the metallic bluey purple, and this one's a little bit more dull. And I mean, I haven't wiped off my face. You can see that over the course of the day, my skin has gotten more and more oily. This is just my natural skin. You'll see that on the lower lash line, I have some different things going on. On this side, it's a little bit muddier out here, and it has started to fall. And I'll zoom in so you can see a bit more. The primer itself, right over here, has started to crack a bit, and the shadow is dropping down onto my cheek a little. And on this side, that's not happening. The shadow, even though it's looking tired and has been there for a long time, it's still holding together pretty well. Yes, out here, it's a little bit weaker, but not quite as smeared as this area right here. So remember, I do put the primer on the lid and the under eye because I put shadow on the under eye, so they both go together. Anyway, this is my bedtime check-in, and I think the shadows generally look pretty good considering they've been on my eyes for so long. Overall, I still very much prefer the Glamlite primer because I have experience using the NYX on this side and it never works as well. But yeah, there you go. So let's close this out. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to put up some pictures for you in the side here. Pictures of when I used the NYX primer, particularly on my deeper set eye. And you can see, they're not going to be great pictures because it wasn't great camera quality, but you'll be able to see a little bit that the eyeshadow definitely creased more with the NYX primer. And I wouldn't always be talking about how great this Glamlite primer is unless I had plenty of experience with pretty nasty looking creasing shadows where you basically have to just babysit it all day long and constantly be going like this. And that's annoying because then your finger gets dirty and you're removing product and it just never looks as good. So I'm really happy with the Glamlite primer. On today's look, I'm pretty happy overall because I think that even on this eye, the NYX primer worked okay, but this is the treble eye and I know that the NYX primer creases on this eye. So I love the Glamlite primer here. I do think that the eyes overall, still this side's a little bit better because the primer has not cracked under the eye, and even though the shadows are getting a little bit more thin from the oil rubbing back and forth, they're not falling and breaking as much as they are over here. On the lower lash line, like I talked about, it's cracking here, it's falling apart and it's dropping down onto the cheek, and at the outer corner it's just like splintering away, whereas this side, even though it's tired, is still a little bit more intact. So there you go. That's the video on my eye primer wear test. I think it's a good thing to experiment with our products and see what we like and what works best for our skin types. And so if you have hooded eyes and you find that your shadow creases a lot, definitely try a different primer. I started off with concealer, then I bought the NYX, then I bought the Glamlite, and I'm really happy with Glamlite. So if you're not happy with what you've got and you're not happy with your long-term results with something, try something new. You know, it's just makeup. Have some fun with it, experiment, don't spend too much money, be responsible. And thank you for watching my video. I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing if you like what you see and want to see lots more. And until I see you in my next video, I hope you have a great day. Bye.